Everything is new again, walking with a permagrin, head so high. I'm back with you and all is right. Shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. It's just like we never said goodbye.
Hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger and welcome back to the NeoCraft server. More specifically, welcome back to GAFland. We are here on what is the end of 2013. I want to say the end of 2023. Oh my goodness, I'm a time traveler. No, I'm kidding. But we are here because we have a few things to do. We're still in 164. I know. I left my last video with a bit of a plea to Notch, or whatever Minecraft gods you may believe in, that we need to have 174 here. I'm kind of personally... Oh, there's a black sheep. That's just what I needed. But... Yes! Ooh, perfect. I'm making carpet for a reason. I'll show you in a little bit. That is a chicken. Wooden chicken. But we're here once more. I gotta find somebody's enchanting table. I got all these levels and I don't know where I can go to use them. Unless there's one back at the spawn place over by my house. Might be. What is this? Whiskey Divers, Iron Golem Supply. Iron Golem is better than the stupid Snow Golem. Hey! Snow Golems are fine. They are perfectly fine. Iron Golems are free to take. Okay, so Whiskey has made us a Iron Golem breeder, I think. If not, then he's spent a lot of time working on getting pumpkins and iron together for that. For that, I'm appreciative in either case. And somebody's got a spawning issue up there. I don't think that's a player. I think that's a zombie in your house. You might want to light it up a little better. But today's episode, we're going to take care of a few more things in the house. We are actually looking as well for, like I said, we need an enchanting table because my iron sword is almost broken, so I want to make a diamond one. And obviously I still have those diamond picks from Panda. He left those for me, and that was nice. I haven't really used them up too much yet, but I want to upgrade my sword. I'm tired of using iron swords, and the server's going to reset soon anyway, so why not? There's not a better time to do this than right now. Oh, and there's some more. Some more black sheep. Black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, you have 5 blocks full. And all 5 of them for me. Little boy down lane gets nothing. Screw him! Children. But today I want to talk a little bit about this past year and what's gone on and all the changes that have happened and what's been going on with my channel. I mean, it's been a crazy year for me. I did not expect this. Okay, here's a crafting table. So I can at least make the sword. Here we go. Can find an enchanting table now. And then we're gonna head back home and grab some wool, make some carpeting. So let's see. Is there one over here? No, there's a floating furnace. Interesting choice. But let's see. Oh, this is all areas that I guess have important mob spawners and spawning areas for like horses are out that way. People messing with the heads. Community storage. We don't have an enchanting table anywhere near here, huh? Maybe we can make one today. Make that a project. We'll make our own enchanting table. Our own enchanting table with hookers and blackjack. Now we'll probably go find somebody else's first. 'Cause I don't have enough stuff to even make tables. But I do want to mention that we are still, as I said, we are still waiting to get the 174. Hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. I know we're talking about... Oh yeah, Panda's got his XP grinder over here. Should be a table somewhere over here I can use. But bulk storage. but there should be a table I can use somewhere. Huh. Somebody died here. I picked your stuff up. Let's see, villager concentration camp. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. We need to free them. So hopefully, maybe it's up here. Maybe it's over here. Is this house then? Oh, ride through thing. This is for horses? Okay, this is his farmer. Contains some devilish redstone trickery. Maybe it's down here. But yeah, we have had an interesting year, so to speak. I mean, it's been crazy. Can't even begin to talk about it. Okay. No, it's just a regular grinder, isn't it? Unless it's down here at the bottom. Aw. Nobody has crap. This is all... Oh, wait, yeah, right here. There. That's what I thought. So, I've got somebody's gear. So let's go ahead. And since we have 32 levels, I'll put 30 on it, and we got Bane of Arthropods 4. Awesome. That's useful. No, it isn't. But, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the year that was 2013 for the good old Orange Cat. And last year we started, we ended things and started 2013 off with a prank. And we're not doing that this year. Because with it being so close to, time to switch over to 1.7, it's not going to be worth my time to set up a prank for somebody if it's going to possibly be wiped in the next week or so. And plus, a lot of people, right now Burns is on. Charlie and Mac were on a little earlier, and they both logged off. But I'm the only one that's in Gafland right now, and Burns is the only one who's in NeoCraft, the main server. It's been a little quiet around here, as I mentioned in episode 71, because obviously we're all waiting for the update, so a lot of people don't want to get really hardcore back into it until that update happens, and a lot of people are getting impatient about it as well. So hopefully that will be coming up relatively quickly here, and we can all hop on and do stuff together again. Plus it's a holiday, so a lot of people are out of town and doing other things. And I don't blame them. You can't be on Minecraft 24/7. I'm not on Minecraft 24/7. So that's one of those situations where we're just waiting for the update. It's been about 2 months now. Oh, and Minz came by and he fixed up my door. So now the zombies can't come in and beat it down when it's closed. They'll think it's open. It's a nice trick. I've always liked that trick. I'll have to have him remind me how to do it in 1.6 because I know how to do it in 1.7. So we're back here in our basement, and we're going to be laying down some wool. I think we're going to lay down... Oh, I have some wool upstairs, and I want to make an item frame as well. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. I forgot to go kill a cow. So grab those sticks. We're running a little low on wood. We haven't really been farming too much wood lately. We've been pretty self-sufficient on that. So maybe we can go do that today as well. But, let's see, how did I want to do that? I think I wanted to have the 4 here in the middle. Like, 1, 2... Yeah, right here. So, like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be stairs. So I've got an idea of what I want to do. But as for the actual discussion that I wanted to have, we could talk a little bit about last year. At this point, I was relatively tiny. I had, and I took a screenshot of this so I'd always remember it. I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I had 79 subscribers on January 1st of 2014, which in the grand scheme of things is not a lot. Oh yeah, I like that. It looks really nice. It'll look even nicer when these stairs are in there. So right now it looks a little off-center, but the stairs will make it look nice and pretty. But I only had 79 subscribers, so I had less than 100 subscribers at that time. And I had just gotten back at that point from the BT meetup in Chicago. It was about a year ago. It was a year ago on Sunday. Actually was the meetup. And I'd had a fun time, and I'd come back, I'd recorded bits and pieces of it, threw together a little video, which is my second most watched video on my channel. Because I put it on the Minecraft subreddit, and they just went nuts over it, because some of the kids couldn't make it, so they all wanted to watch it and be there through me. I was there, I was their eyes to the event. But that was kind of a big deal for me, because that got me a few more subs. It only got me about 12 subs, I think. I think I only had about 92 a week later. So I still was under 100 for a good chunk of the first part of 2013. I eventually cracked 100 subs, and that was a big deal for me. At the time, I was only involved with 3 different servers. I was obviously here on NeoCraft. I was with the Madhouse guys, which wasn't always Minecraft stuff. In fact, a lot of it was, and to an extent still is, other games that I play. So like my Battlefields and Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. You know, those kind of games of the world are ones I usually play with them. But it was with them and the Aurora server people and MHG. And NeoCraft obviously was my main Let's Play. And for the most part, it was a very quiet first 4 months of the year. I was still, at that time, kind of doing what I had been doing all along. And I can probably break this sword. You can't break that sword. I can break this sword. You can't break that sword. I love that clip. That's probably my favorite clip for like the last year or two. Just that you can't break these cuffs. And anyone, I think I've used that even recently. I've used that clip or that reference, and people have been like, "What the heck is that even about?" Which really goes to show you in the internet that you can be here, you know, you can be popular 1 minute, and then the next minute it's like you never ever happened. And I kind of went through that. I think sometimes I kind of went through that recently as well. But actually, maybe not so much recently. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But at least for, you know, at least it was something that I went through when I was really small at the start of the year. And I mean like ridiculously tiny. I only have a handful of people that actually know I exist. Most people don't even know my channel exists, kind of deal. And it was frustrating, I won't lie. It was really frustrating being there and putting what I thought at the time was really good effort into my videos, and with the simple editing programs and software that I had. Alright, other you. Oh, broke. Okay, so that's actually Ghost Sword. Oh, hi. Oh, that actually came into use for once. Oh man, that was great. Spider. Oh, oh, my goodness. I almost killed the horse. Oh, ow. But yeah, I mean, the first couple months I was just doing my thing, and my thing is pretty much, you know, I do builds. I used to do a lot of these. I used to do a lot of builds for people, where I would go ahead and oh, hi. Oh, really? You gonna keep doing that? Come here. Come on, hit me. Stupid butt. You gonna fight me? Fight me. But I was at that time for about the first 4 months of the year still doing what I had been doing, which is making builds for people as they asked for them, or when they would send out a general request to the community, please help me with this, I would be like, alright, I'll do something, and I'd come up with something small. And occasionally I would get a shout out, but most of the times I would get nothing out of it other than just a little bit of a little pat on the back and just people saying, good job, you did well. I'm not going to use this, but you did well. So that was kind of my existence for quite some time, and to be honest, it was a little frustrating because I felt like, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time putting this all together if it's just going to be for nothing? And I never really got to the point where I was thinking of giving things up, because that's kind of not my style. I don't really like to give up on things. I ran out of arrows, those aren't mine. But yeah, it was to be honest pretty frustrating and pretty disheartening at times, and I will not lie that there were times where I thought maybe this thing was never going to work for me and I should just kind of slowly give it up a little bit, work on other stuff, and just try and play the game and enjoy it and whatnot. So let me grab that. Oh, leather, thank you. With all that hard work, I don't want to lose it. But about May is when things went completely haywire for me and everything changed. Like that May, June, July period of time is when everything kind of started to kick into gear for me, and put the clock up on the wall. Just kind of went haywire. And that's because around May, two things in particular happened that would completely change my channel permanently. And one of those was that I took part in just a simple little UHC match. I didn't think anything of it. I was the Vintage Bee fan server putting together a UHC competition for their fans, and I just decided to show up. And I originally thought, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be a ringer. I'm going to be the guy with the most experience, and I'm going to show up and I'm just going to kick everybody's butt and I'm going to win it. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome for me, and people are going to see me and be like, wow, this guy is really good at UHCs. And lo and behold, everybody else from the UHC subreddit group found out about it, because it kind of got blasted out there thanks to beef. Kind of became unsecret, and a whole bunch of them joined, and I immediately thought, well, crap, I am not going to win this thing, hey, whatever, I'll have fun, I'll still try and get in. And I thought for a while I wouldn't even get in, because there were at least, there was only about 20 slots available, and there were at least, off the top of my head, there were at least, I'm going to go make some potions too. There were at least, I would say at least about 40 people maybe that wanted to get in and play. And I managed to kind of force my way in, not through any kind of nefarious means, but just by repeatedly refreshing and F5ing and clicking on it and praying and hoping, and I got in, and I was lucky. And a whole bunch of us got in. Some of them did not get in. Some people did not get in who wanted to play, which was a little sad. But we all got in and played for a bit. And what made it so interesting and special for me was that our team almost won. And I actually technically count that as a win, because the team that won was Anar's team, and his team, which had like Bama, a bunch of other people on it, they actually spawned outside of the wall, and so they didn't run into anybody for the entire match, and they didn't know it at the time either. They thought they were A-okay, and we all thought, okay, where are these guys at? They're obviously not here. And it turned out they were, outside the wall. They had spawned outside the wall and not told anybody. And yeah, that was not fun running into 4 of them when I was the last survivor out of all the other teams. That was kind of crappy, and it was a long start. Second place finishes that were beneficial to me, or maybe actually at that time a continuation of second place finishes that were beneficial to me because I had finished second in the building contest that Tiv and Ray had done. But they had not told anybody beforehand that they were also using that event to scout out prospective members for the server, and they invited a whole bunch of us onto the server, and that included myself. And I started thinking, okay, maybe I could do a let's play from here to go along with the ones that I do on NeoCraft and whatnot. And eventually, it took a life of its own, and a bit of a raspiness in my voice there. I didn't mean to have in there, but whatever. It took on a life of its own, and all of a sudden, I've now got this other channel, and next thing I know, I'm doing fun golf times with Beef just by pure happenstance. There was a lottery for who could get on, and I threw my name in the hat, and I ended up being one of the lucky people to get in. That's also where we met Snowshoe and Daughter, and oh gosh, who else came on? I think that was when Drew came on as well, and Drew and Slash I think came on at the time too, because they weren't in the UHC. But a bunch of people came on. I got to meet all of them. They were all awesome people, and I was very grateful that opportunity to do stuff and to meet more people and to have kind of a second home of sorts for my Let's Plays. Let me go out here and see if I can grab some more trees. Maybe grab some saplings as well and replant, because I haven't done that yet either. But around the exact same time that this binge beef shenanigans were going on, I got a message from, I think it was Pipiter, who had contacted me. He said, "Hey, Nihon, you had any interest in Minecore?" And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. He's like, "Okay, if you do, just write up a brief message, and we'll vote on you, and we'll let you know what happens." And I said, okay. So at that time, I figured, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and write a message, and I'll write, I'll be honest when I write, and I'll say, okay, this is, why would I want to be on here? Well, blah, 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 blah. This is why. And I did that, and I wrote out a message, and I gave it to Pip to give to them so they could post it on the subreddit and vote on it. And I get a message back a couple days later. It says, all right, every single person who voted said, yes, you're in. And I'm like, what? It was unanimous? And like, yeah, it was unanimous. I'm like, okay, I was expecting at least 1 or 2 people just to say no. This Nihon guy is, I didn't mispronounce it. This NihonTiger guy he's a jackass, and he doesn't deserve to be on here, and he doesn't play enough. He doesn't play enough UHC to play, with the rest of us. But they all wanted me on there, so they all voted me in, and I said, okay, so I'll hang out with you guys. And I've been hanging out with all those people, with like Zuria and Sasuke and Fairy and Berg and Dan and even Laszlo. Nobody some people would say nobody likes Laszlo. I like Laszlo. He's fine. He's young. Do I have anything in here? No. He's young, and these are all set, right? Okay. I wonder if I have anything in here I can brew with. We'll see. Oh, I do have sugar. I could do that. Okay. But, I have all these people now that I have as friends because I just took a chance and said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I don't regret it one bit. I think it was a great decision for me. I think it was something that I personally am very happy to be a part of that group, no matter what. I have some spider eyes, don't I? Yep. But, you know, those were two big things that happened this year, was joining those two groups. I do not know how to make a fermented spider eye. Okay. We have to learn that. I have to learn how to do that. I've never made them before. And this is all speed potions now. So if I throw that redstone in there, it makes some splash potions, right? I think that's how it works. But you know, that was a big enough deal in itself, and that again, that didn't really, you know, boost my channel. I wasn't like crazy, insane amounts of people came from that. Oh, that makes it 8 minutes. Awesome. The glowstone makes it splash. Okay, that's right. But you know, those were two things that were really important to have happened this year, but they weren't the only two things of importance, because a little later that summer came, you know, a message from, I think it was from Ray, to everyone in Madhouse, being like, "Hey, we got this thing going on. You want to be part of it?" And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" He's like, "It's this thing called Terra Firma Crack, and it's a Terra Firma Craft thing, and you know, you be part of it. And all you have to do is, you know, spend 2 weeks playing this mod. And it's gonna be tough, you know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really hard to play this. It's not easy." And I said, "All right, well, I'll give it a shot. I don't have any reason not to give it a shot. I think it would be more than a challenge for me, and it's something different. I like doing different stuff." So there's my night vision potions. Alright, longer. But sort through here and see if I got anything else. I have blaze rods, right? Somewhere. Oh no, I used them all up, didn't I? I used them all up in my brewing stands. Rats. I thought I had more. Well, I'm not going back to the nether to get those, so it's great. But I took part in that, and I definitely think it was something that was worthwhile for me. Like a brewery. Awesome. That's an achievement. Cool. But that was, you know, that was something that I definitely also don't regret. It was hard 2 weeks, I'll tell you that much. It was painfully hard at times, where I felt like I was gonna tear my eyeballs out of my sockets just with things that, well, not literally like that, but you know what I mean. Just the frustration that I had going through and trying to get everything, you know, again and again and again, when we would get raided or when I would get killed, and I'd have to go back and kind of grab my gear, except it would despawn by the time I got out there, so I would lose everything, so I'd have to start over again. And it'd become a little bit frustrating. But it was ultimately worth it because we won. And, you know, nothing makes you feel better about winning, you know. Nothing makes you feel better about something than winning. Nothing at all. All your problems it can't always be cured by winning, but they can be made to feel a whole lot better if you win. So I need to go over here. I want to go over to the XP grinder and see if I can't use this. Get some levels. We can name our sword something awesome. But that was something that also happened. And that even wasn't that was a pretty big deal. You know, Terra Firma Crack is a big deal. It's you know, you have so many people who are involved in that. We had 24 people that were a part of that this year. And you know, you would think, okay, that's a pretty big deal. It's like almost as big as the Eventful fan server and the Minecore stuff. And yeah, it almost was as big as that. But that was not even the biggest thing that happened this year. Because it keeps getting bigger and bigger. At this point, you know, my channel's still growing, and you know, as we're going on through 2013, my channel's growing and get more people, get more notice. But the next thing that came across was WMC, and that was interesting. I'd played a lot of ultra hardcore matches, and I knew all these people, but I had never been in a WMCI. I had 2 of the point that 7 started, WMC 7 started. I had never been invited to one. And I got a message from Berg one day just out of the blue saying, hey, you want to take part in the next season of WMC? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? You know, I had no idea what it would be. I had no idea what the scenario was, because at the time I wasn't an active member of the group. And there's kind of a group, not like a elusive, exclusive club or anything like that, but there are people who play. Oh, I can actually make my own, I think. Yeah, I can make my own. That's right. I can make glistening melons. Derp. But at that time, I had not been a part of that whole discussion of being in WMC, and it happened to be that I got stuck in a free-for-all season instead of a team season, which was a little bit to my detriment. I'm not the as far as what style I play as. I play better as a team player than as a free-for-all player, if only because I work really well with other people. And yeah, I was kind of a little nervous. I was hoping I would do well. I was hoping I just wouldn't be the first person to die. I think was my goal, was to make it to the end, and then we would see what would happen. But if not for a stupid decision on my part, if not for a really dumb decision on my part regarding when I should have gone and attacked and when I should have waited, I probably would have won Season 7 in my first try. I just made a mistake, and I learned from that mistake, and I'm not going to do that again. For those of you that didn't watch it, I went after Dibs when he was at low health, and did not realize that he was being pursued by Costanza, who ended up winning, who was also at about equal health with Dibs. And my actual decision to go ahead and attack Dibs knocked Dibs down to a point where all Costanza had to do was go in and kill him after I had weakened him down. And I basically cost myself that. I cost Dibs that, obviously, because I left him in a position where he was near dead for my attack. I did the attack without any sort of enchants on my armor, which I'm pretty proud I almost killed him with that. And people have told me that some people have told me who watched that have told me they were impressed by the fact that I nearly killed him just with my strategy and attacking alone, especially not having any enchants because I couldn't find any diamonds. Oh, my old bane in UHC, being unable to find diamonds. But yeah, I nearly won that, and I'm hopeful that I'll get the call, in the future seasons and get to play more and actually get a chance to redeem myself and win for once, because I think I can do it now. I think I'm kind of at the point now where with my skills I'm a little more confident in being able to be aggressive and not having to rely so much on waiting for everyone else to beat themselves up. I think that's a big advantage for me. But go ahead and throw that in there. I'll go get my redstone again. But that was not even the biggest thing that happened. That was a pretty big deal for me, because that was kind of the point where I felt like, okay, I finally made it, at least among these guys. They wanted to have me in the season, and that was kind of an interesting, fun. Oh wait, I can't use. I have to use glowstone for that, right? Or don't I have to use something else? I can't remember. I don't remember how to make it until health 2 pots. Ah. But it must be glowstone, yeah. That's right. Glowstone makes them stronger, and then gunpowder is what makes them throwable. So I'm gonna get some gunpowder, make some throwable health potions. Those will be useful. Yeah. Okay. But there we go. But that wasn't even the biggest thing. Obviously you guys know by now, the biggest thing that happened to me this year would be Minecon. And the building contest in particular, finishing second in that. I had absolutely no idea that I would do that well. I think that was such a shock to me. Oh, is it? Okay, no. It's just, I like that texture though. It looked really nice for a second there. But I had no idea I would do that well. I had absolutely no idea that I would finish second and have to go up on stage. And, you know, with the amount of time that I spent working on that, I spent close to 50 hours working on that project. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, hi. It's not trick or treat. You do not get to come inside. Okay. But, I mean, I think that was what really put me on the map for a lot of people. Was that particular event, that particular happening, kind of became the point where a lot of people realized that, you know, I was pretty good at what I did, and that they should probably keep an eye on me. And I still to this day, I'm a little shocked that, you know, people do recognize me from Minecon. I'll go on the server and people say, "Are you the guy from Minecon?" I'll be like, "Yep." And they'll be like, you know, set this grin on their face to be like, "Hi." And I'm like, "Hello? What do I do? What do? How do I deal with this?" I'm scared. Not really, but you know, it's just weird to deal with that and have to actually deal with people knowing who you are and being somewhat, I guess famous would be a word to use to describe it. I don't know if I would use the word famous to describe myself concerning that, but some people will say that, and they are free to believe that I am famous. And I'm not really that famous. I'm just an average guy. But it's kind of weird because, you know, I went from being this guy who had just, you know, less than 100 subs to at the end of the year I've got close to 450. And I would not have expected that. I would have expected maybe I'd end up with I don't know, like 200, 300. Not, you know, if I was lucky enough to have some things go my way, like maybe I would get a mention in the video and it'd get me 20 subs, or I would get, you know, some kind of shout out somewhere and it would get me to 15 subs. And, you know, I did get a bit of a shout out when I was on stage and people were tweeting, "Oh, hey, look, this Nihon guy, this is his channel," and all of a sudden I come back from Minecon. I go there, you know, I went to Minecon with 310 subs, which was 2 months ago. Just 2 months ago, I had 310 subs, and I have 440 almost. So in the last 8 weeks, I've gained 130 subs. That's quite spectacular. I would not have expected that. Don't I have a jump? Did I just put all the jump stuff? I'll take all the jump stuff out. But I would not have expected that in the least. I don't think you know, it was on my radar to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna get 1,000 subs from this. I thought maybe I'll get like 20, 30 people would recognize me maybe here and there in passing. But it's been quite a bit more attention than I would have expected, and I eventually think that it will die down and people will forget about me, especially as Minecon next year comes along, and I don't even know where it's gonna be. Oh my goodness. Huh. So this is kind of a door into my house now. I'm gonna have to do something about that. It's in my basement. So yeah, I didn't make that path down there. Somebody else did. Hi guys, how you doing? Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Secret zombie entrance. hi. Come here, come here. You die now. But, I mean, that was head and shoulders. That was the biggest thing that happened to me this year was, being up on stage at the closing ceremonies and being somewhat shocked about that. And yes, I did kind of look like a bit of a derp. I was not expecting to be up there. And I'm also, I am pretty extroverted, but oh, blueprint's on. I am pretty extroverted, but I'm not like 100% extroverted, so it was still kind of a shock to be up there. And at the same time, it was really, really awesome. I mean, I was up there trying to both keep my cool and be happy about it and not be like really awkward. And I think I kind of failed in the not being so awkward part. But I did keep my cool. I was a little surprised about the computer bit. That was not expected. But I'm humble. I don't like to draw attention to myself too much, even though I do joke around. It's just me joking around. Oh, I'm such a big deal or whatnot, or I'll joke around in streams if I'm hanging out with Darkman. I'll be like, hey, this is just like something I did in the video, wink, on my channel or something silly like that. But really, I'm just being goofy. I'm not really trying to use other people for my own benefit. That's wrong. But I'm a goofy guy. I do those kind of things, and I do worry sometimes that people think that I'm being serious, but I'm not really being as serious about that as other things. I'm taking this sand back here because I want to make some more glass, make some more bottles. So I need to have a little bit more sand. And I'll go run upstairs and grab a piece of coal. But really, Minecon was like the first non-business trip that I had taken in years. Usually when I go on vacation, there's usually a business aspect involved in it. And I think Minecon was really the first time where it was like, okay, there's absolutely no business reason that I need to be going on this trip. But it was exciting, and I'm very happy that I got to go and meet all these awesome people, and obviously to win the contest I need 3, and I only have enough for 2. Yeah, I'll deal with it. But there it is. But it's one of those things where, as a small-time Let's Player, I have a really good year. And next year is looking really awesome too. There's some collaborations I'm going to be doing with people that I'm looking forward to. There's obviously other events that are going to be going on that I don't even know about yet that are going to be coming across. Maybe if Minecon's back in Orlando, I may go again next year and go to try and actually win first place outright in the building contest. I think that would be great if I could do that. And plus, there's a whole bunch of games that I want to Let's Play at some point this year. So I really don't know where I'm going to be going with my channel, but I hope you guys will be along for the ride. And I know this video went longer than I expected. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about too much regarding the end of the year stuff. And I think I spent maybe a little too much time talking about events that happened in the past year rather than talking about where I wanted to go forward. But I really do appreciate all you guys, who have followed me since day one, or followed me all this year, or even if you're just following me now. I do appreciate it. And it's one of those things where life is really constantly changing and evolving, so you never really know what to expect. But I expect good things next year, and I expect that, things will be awesome, and I hope you guys will stick around. So I hope you guys have a great New Year's, and I hope your 2014 is awesome. And where's the sun at? The sun is high. I was hoping it would be something dramatic like a sunset or a sunrise, something that I could wax poetic on, but unfortunately the sun is high noon, so I really can't do much with that. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off here. I may take a little bit of a break and wait and see if we can get 1.7 on the server. I hope that'll happen in the next week or so. No guarantees. Otherwise, you'll probably see me around. If you're on the Play Minecraft server, I'll probably be on there playing stuff and trying out, you know, the improved golden monocle and survival games, just getting repeatedly killed over and over again like I have been lately. Maybe even playing some dwarfs versus zombies. I think that might be something I might give a shot at. So, as always, good luck, good mining, have fun, and I will see you guys in 2014. Woohoo!